Right. Last class, what we had discussed software development life. Right. So this life cycle already we have discussed divided into six phases. Yeah, in that six phases, first one is requirement phase or initial phase. Second one is analysis phase. Third one is designing phase, and fourth one is coding phase. Fifth one is testing phase. Yeah, delivery and maintenance. Okay, already we have discussed requirement phase, and this outcome is FRS document. This is a FRS document, right? Okay. Yeah, this is already we are completed. Now coming to the today class, what we have discussed means analysis phase. We can go for the analysis phase. We will start a discussion. In this analysis phase, first task and next roles, next process, next proof. So this is how we can go for here. This is we are calling as a task. What is the task? Feasibility study, and second one is tentative planning. Select the technology and confirm environment, and fourth one is requirement analysis. So this is we can go for the task. What is the task in analysis phase means feasibility study, tentative planning, select the technology, and confirm the environment. Next, requirement analysis. Who is the roles? System analyst, project manager. This is the two role persons involved here. What is the process here? First one, we can go for the first one is feasibility study. What is a feasibility study? They can analyze. It is a detailed study of the requirements. Whatever we are finding the requirements in requirement phase, FRS document. So that requirements they can go for the very detailed manner they can analyze. So what they can go for here means feasibility study. It is a detailed study of the requirements in order to accomplish this project successfully within this budget, within this duration, within this team. It is sufficient or not, they can analyze and mention information here in this section. That is we are calling as a feasibility study. We are calling once again, what is a feasibility study? Already in requirement phase we have gathered all the requirements from the client, and we are adding some other requirements, and finally one clear requirement document will be come out. So that requirements we need to develop as a one software. What we required system related specifications, that all we need to analyze here in this section. So first we can go for the analysis phase. Task, what is the task here means feasibility study, tentative planning, select the technology, and confirm the environment, and requirement analysis. First here feasibility study we need to discuss. What is a feasibility study? What is a feasibility study? It is a detailed study of the requirements in order to accomplish these projects successfully within given budget, within given duration, within given team. it is sufficiently completed or not, they can analyze and mention here in this section. So this is we are calling as a, okay, feasibility study we are calling. This is we are calling as a feasibility study. Uh, and next one is we can go for the tentative planning. Tentative planning. What is the tentative planning? Actually, what is the meaning of tentative is nothing but temporarily, approximately. This is the meaning of tentative. So if you coming to the tentative planning, if you coming to the tentative planning, to complete this project successfully, what we are doing the temporary process, what we are doing the temporary process, that all they can analyze and mention here in this section. That all they can analyze and mention here in this section. For example, resource planning temporarily, scheduling temporarily. So this is a, we need to go for here. So this is we are calling as a, okay, this is we are calling as a temporarily we are calling. Like that, all the temporary process we need to understand. We need to understand here. Right. Coming to the point here, what is the tentative planning? Tentative is nothing but approximately, otherwise temporarily we are calling. So what is the tentative planning section they can analyze means, to complete one project successfully, what we are doing the temporary process, what we are doing the approximate process, that we will analyze and mention here in this section. For example, I want to go for the resource planning. I want to go for the resource planning. Resource is nothing but, for example, 5 members are working in the project and they are not permanent. Suddenly they can leave the company also. So they are temporarily. So like that we need to go for the temporary process we are calling. And scheduling also. This date to this date we need to go for that. So in that situation, we can go for the this date to this date, and it will be dragging 1 or 2 days also. So this is we are calling as a temporary process we are calling for this. So that is how we are discussing what is the tentative planning section we can analyze means, to complete these requirements as a one software, what we are doing the temporary process, that all we can analyze and mention here in this section. So this is we are calling as a temporary process we are calling. This we are calling as a tentative planning we are calling. Okay. For example, I am discussing resource planning. So 5 members are working in the one project. They are not permanent. Whenever they got the good opportunity in the some other company, definitely they are leaving and go for the some other company also. So this is a temporary one. And scheduling also, okay, this date to this date we need to complete it. So that is also at least dragging 1 or 2 days. That is also temporarily only. Like that, we need to go for the tentative planning section. They can analyze here. And third point is, select the technology and confirm the environment. What is the meaning of here? Select the technology and confirm the environment. Here technology, like one application, if you want to develop, you require one programming language or not. So .NET, Java, PHP, what is the technology you are suitable in this situation, in this project, that we need to select it here. So this is we are calling as a, yeah, this is we are calling as a temporarily we are calling, this we are calling as a temporarily. We need to select the best technology here. So select the technology and confirm the environment. So which environment, which technology is best to develop this project, that we can analyze and mention here in this section. Okay, we are understanding technology, that is we are calling as a .NET, Java, PHP, which software, which technology is best to write the programming for this project. You are deciding here, select the technology. But what is the confirm the environment? That is we are calling as a single tier architecture, 2 tier architecture, 3 tier architecture, n tier. This is the architectures we have, environments. This is we are calling as environments. Which environment is suitable for this project? This is the we need to analyze here. So this is a we can go for the select the technology and confirm the environment. What is the select the technology and confirm the environment here means to complete this project successful manner. To complete this project successful manner, what is the best technology, what is the best environment, they can analyze and mention here in this section. So this is we are calling as a okay, select the technology and confirm the environment we are calling. Okay, best technology they can choose it, best environment they can choose it, that they can mentioning here in this section. And finally fourth one, what is the fourth one? Requirement analysis. What is the requirement analysis means? To complete these projects successfully, company need to provide some facilities. Whenever we need to complete this project, company provides the some facilities like software license and hardwares, means systems like that, and resource. They are recruiting the some employees. So these all they need to provide. Then only we need to complete the project successful manner. So that they are providing properly or not, we need to check it. This is a we can analyze and mention here in this section. So this is we are calling as a requirement analysis. We are calling this, we are calling as a requirement analysis we are calling. So what is the requirement analysis? What is the requirement analysis here means? To complete this project successful manner, what company need to provide the facilities, like they are providing the software license or not, hardware providing or not, means systems, and that software knowing employees they're recruiting and providing or not. So these all company people need to provide. So they are providing properly or not, we need to analyze and mention here in this section. So this is we are calling as a requirement analysis. Yeah. So these all the information they can mention into the one documentation. It's all the information they can mention into one documentation. That we are calling as a SRS, System Requirement Specification. We are calling this. We are calling as a System Requirement Specification. We are calling. So in this manner, yeah, System Requirement Specification we are calling. Okay. So this is we are calling as analysis phase. We are calling. So what is the analysis phase? Whenever requirement phase, we are gathering the very clear requirements. That requirements we need to make as a one software. You need to develop as a one software. What we require system related specifications we need to analyze here. So task, feasibility study, tentative planning, select the technology and confirm the environment, requirement analysis. Coming to the point here, who is the role persons? System analyst, project manager, project manager. And coming to the process. First one, feasibility study. What they can analyze in the feasibility study section means it is a detailed study of the requirements in order to complete these projects successful manner within this budget, within this duration, within this team, it is sufficient or not. They can analyze and mention here in this section. So this is we are calling as a feasibility study we are calling. Next we are going tentative planning. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I'll tell you that one separate topic is there. Environment topic is there. In that situation, we will discuss that one very detailed manner. Okay, right. And coming to here, tentative planning. What is a tentative planning? If you coming to the tentative planning, temporarily, approximately, whatever they require to complete this project successful manner, that all they can analyze and mention here in this section. For example, resource planning, scheduling, and so many things. they can analyze and mention here in this section. And coming to the select the technology, confirm the environment. If you want to develop one application, one technology, one programming language is required, one environment is required. So which environment is best one, which technology is best one suitable here, that they can analyze and selecting mentioning here in this section. That is only technology we can go for .NET, Java, PHP, like that. Environment is nothing but single tier architecture, two tier architecture, three tier architecture, like that environments also there. So which environment, which technology is best to suitable here, that they can select and mention here in this section. Next, requirement analysis. What is a requirement analysis? If we coming to the requirement analysis, what company need to provide the facilities, that all they can providing properly or not, that they can analyze here in this section. What is a properly they can analyze, that we are calling as a software they are providing or not, hardware is providing or not. And we can go for the another one is this is a resource are providing properly or not. These are all the things they need to check it here. So this is a, we can go for the requirement analysis, we are calling this, we are calling as a requirement analysis, we are calling. Yeah, in this manner we need to go for the requirement analysis. It's clear. These all the information, these all the information these all the information we can mention into the one documentation, that is we are calling as a SRS, system requirement specifications, we are calling. This is we are calling as the second phase, we are calling. And coming to the third phase, what is the third phase? Designing phase, designing phase. Designing phase. What is the designing phase here? First, we can go for the task. This is a roles. This is a process. And this is a proof. This is a proof. First here, what is the task means? High level design. Second one is low level design. High level design and low level design. We can go for the high level design and low level design. So this is, we need to go for the here. What is here high level design and low level design? We need to go for that. Right. Coming to the point here, what is a high level design and low level design? And here roles: chief architect, engineers, and team lead. Chief architect, engineer, comma team lead. What is the process? What is the proof finally? So if you coming to the designing phase, if you coming to the designing phase, task is high level design, low level design. High level design, low level design. And roles is chief architect, engineer, comma team lead. And here process, we can go for the process here. So process, if you coming to the process here, coming to the process here, high level design. First we need to discuss high level design. What is the high level design means? All the requirements, all the requirements we can arranging one organizing manner. We are arranging one organizing manner. All the requirements we can arranging one organizing manner. One organizing manner. Organizing manner means modules. All the requirements to modules we can design. For example, high level design. For example, This is all the requirements. These are all the requirements. I want to design one organizing manner. Like, for example, this is a admin related feature, admin related feature, admin related feature. This is all we are calling as an admin model. And this is we are calling as a client, customer, all the customer features. This we are calling as a customer module. We are calling. Same manner. This is we are calling as a all the requirements related to the banker requirements. Banker model. Banker model. Like that, they can designing one organizing manner. All the requirements is a all the requirements is available some zigzag manner. Means it's not one organizing manner. So that all the requirements we need to design one related manner, one organizing manner. So this is we are calling as a high level design. We are calling this. We are calling as a high level design. We are calling. So what is a high level design? Chief architect engineer will divide the total requirements into one organizing manner. Total requirements into one organizing manner. One organizing manner. Like all the requirements into modules they can divide. So related. All the requirements related to the admin model. All the requirements related to the customer model. All the requirements related to the banker model. So like that we need to go for the here. So this is we are calling as a high level design. We are calling this. We are calling as a high level design. What is a high level design? Chief architect engineer will divide the total requirements into modules. Total requirements into modules. So this is we are calling as a high level design. How they can design here means by using UML diagram. This is a UML diagram, task flow diagram. This is a UML diagrams. This is a UML diagrams. So unified modeling language. This we are calling as a unified modeling language. So using these algorithms manner, they can designing here. For example, I want to go for e-banking project. E-banking project. Right. This project having so many requirements. That all the requirements they are arranging one organizing manner like this. Okay, this is we are calling as a e-banking. In this e-banking project we have the first of all customer module. Okay, customer module. This customer module having the so many requirements, and this we are calling as a admin module, and this we are calling as a banker module. Banker module. So whenever coming to the admin related all the features, all the banker related features, they can arrange in here. Oh, this is a admin customer related features. This is a like that all the features they need to arrange in here. Okay, this is a customer related. Oh, this is a admin related. This is a, all they can arrange in the requirements one organizing manner. So this is only we are calling as a high level design. We are calling this we are calling as a high level design. So what is a high level design means? Chief architect engineer will divide the total requirements into one organizing manner. One organizing manner they can implement. So this is we are calling as a high level design we are calling. And coming to the next one is low level design. What is the low level design here? Low level design. Here team lead will be divide each and every module. This is each and every module having one feature, that each and every feature related task flow diagram they need to done. Means for example we have the low level design, and what team lead is doing here means each and every module they can divide as a sub models. Each and every module they can divide as a sub models. For example, login functionality is there. This login functionality they can divide, they can go for the one task flow diagram like that. Okay, enter valid URL click go button. Enter valid URL, click go button. Now home page should be displayed. Okay. In this home page, click on the sign in button, sign in button. Now enter the valid username and password. Click on login button. If it is valid, corresponding page will be displayed. Otherwise, same page error message will be displayed. Like that, some task flow diagram, particular task related flow diagram, they need to done it. So this is we are calling as a task flow diagrams we are calling. This is we are calling as a task flow diagrams we are calling. So in this manner, we need to go for the task flow diagrams we are calling. In this manner, we need to go for the task flow diagrams. So this is we can go for here each and every functionality of one module, this one, each and every functionality task flow diagram they need to done it. That we are calling as a low level design we are calling. What is a low level design? Team lead will divide modules into sub modules. Each and every module having some functionalities, that each and every functionality flow they can design by using task flow diagram. So this is we are calling as a low level design we are calling. Team lead will divide modules into sub modules like this by using task flow diagram. Otherwise you can go for the use cases also. So like that they can divide very clear manner here. So this is we are calling as a task flow diagrams we are calling. So these are all the diagrams mentioned into the one documentation. So this is we are calling as a proof document here. Technical design document we are calling. This is we are calling as a technical design document we are calling. So this is we are calling as a designing phase we are calling. So many people think what is a designing phase means HTML pages they are designing, logos they are designing, images they are. Yes, that is also. But first they can implement this one, then they can start with the web designing. That is we are calling as a web designing. That is we are calling as a web design. We need to go for that. So whenever first we can go for the one organizing manner all the requirements, then they can go for the web designing, HTML pages, logos and buttons, images, so many things they need to develop and arranging the HTML pages also. So this is we are calling as a designing phase we are calling. So once again, what is the designing phase? Task, high level design, low level design. Roles, chief architect engineer, team lead. Process, what is a high level design? What is a high level design means? Chief architect engineer will divide the total requirements into modules by using UML diagrams like this. They can go for the diagram. One organizing manner they are arranging, one related manner they are arranging. This is we are calling as a high level design we are calling. What is a low level design? Team lead will divide all the modules into sub-modules by using UML diagrams like this, task flow diagrams in this manner. Use cases. Okay, this is how we can go with. What is the meaning of use cases here means? The same process only they can write in the English. What we can do the action, what system giving the response. Like that, in English they can arranging like this. So this is we are calling as a use case. We'll discuss use case very detailed manner in further classes. So like that they can go for the low level design we are calling. Okay, team lead will divide the modules into sub modules by using UML diagrams, that we are calling as a task flow diagram, that we are calling as a use cases also. So these are all the information they can mention into the one documentation, that is we are calling as a technical design document we are calling. See, one project if you want to develop, how much process is going on. So this is so many role persons will be involved to complete one software. This is we are calling as a designing phase we are calling. Okay. Whenever designing phase is completed, now we can go for the development phase or coding phase. We need to go for that. So this we are calling as a development phase or coding phase. We need to go for that. What is a coding phase or development phase? First we can go for the task and roles and process and proof, right? So if we coming to here, what is a here process means task, developing the client requirements, or developing the application, whatever we can go for, otherwise developing the coding for application. This is how we can go for the task. Who will develop? Developer or programmer we are calling. Developer or programmer we are calling. So whenever we can go for the developer or programmer. Okay, next, what is the process they can follow? Developer developing the actual source code using technical design document, that all the flow diagrams, using technical design document. Developer developing the actual source code. Actual source code means server side coding they can develop. For example, this is a one application. This is a designers will be designing username, password, login button, right? But what's happened here means I want to enter username, I want to enter the password and click on the login button. Whenever I'm click on the login button, related page should be displayed. Whenever you enter the username, enter the password, click on login button, related page will be displayed. But here what we need to understand means after clicking the login button, before open the related page, meanwhile some logic will be happen. What is that logic means? This username password they can gather, giving to the server will be verifying into the database if it is authorized, if it is valid. Now corresponding page will be displayed, otherwise error message will be displayed. To do like that, they can develop the some coding. This is only developer will be developing by using Java, by using .NET, by using PHP. Like that they can write the some coding here. So this is only developer will be developing the code in server side. So that is only we are discussing here. What is the process here means? Sorry. Using technical design document, developer developing the actual source code. This is we are calling as actual source code. This is a designing is coming, and this designing, if you enter username, password, click login button, related page will be coming. But after clicking login button, before open to the related page, meanwhile some logic will be happen. That logic only developer writing the logic coding here. So this is the developer developing the coding. Okay, so this is we can go for the developer developing the server side coding. That's we are calling as the source coding also we are calling. These are all the coding related information they can mention into the one document also. Source code document we are calling. That's we are calling as a source code document we are calling. So in this manner we need to go for the source code document we are calling. So this is a procedure we can follow here. Okay, so what is the coding phase? Task, developing the client requirement, otherwise developing the client requirements for the application, as a coding they are developing for the application, like that. And role, developer or programmer. And what is the process? Using technical design document, developer developing the actual source code. So this is we are calling as a coding phase we are calling. So in this manner, we need to go for the our coding phase. It's very clear, right? Whenever coding is completed, now we can go for the testing phase. Now here we can go for the testing phase. So what is the testing phase? We'll start a discussion here. If we coming to the testing phase, testing phase, right? Task, roles, process, proof. Task, testing the developed application, otherwise validating the client requirements in developed application. Roles, test engineer. Process, how test engineer will be followed to test the application. Right, listen. First of all, test engineer will receive the FRS document. Test engineer will receive the FRS document. These FRS document, test engineer study and try to understand it. Whenever they can study and understanding, whenever they can study and understanding, they're raising so many doubts that all the doubts mentioned into the one document, that is we are calling as a clarification note, we are calling. These all the doubts sending to the development, sending to the senior people they can send it, otherwise business analysts they are sending, clarifying all the doubts to the test engineer. Once clarified, test engineer go for the FRS document once again, understanding very clear manner. Whenever they are understanding very clear manner all the requirements, now test engineer start the finding the test scenarios, that all the test scenarios mentioned into the test scenario document, and this each and every scenario purpose they can start the writing the test cases. These all the test cases we can go for the mention into the one document, test case document we are calling. After test case is written, they are conducting the peer reviews. What is the meaning of peer review? Means same designation people will be reviewing the document. That is we are calling as a peer review we are calling. What is the meaning of same designation people? Test engineer writing the test cases, some other test engineer also writing the test case. His test case is reviewed by some other test engineer, some other test case is reviewed by some other test engineer. So same designation people will be reviewing the document. That is we are calling as a peer review we are calling. Whenever peer review is conducted and the test case are baseline. What is the meaning of test case are baseline? Finalized. Baseline is nothing but finalizing the test case document. Finalizing the any document. This is we are calling as a baseline we are calling. So once again, what is the process is going? First, test engineer will receive the FRS document. That FRS document having the client requirements. That all the requirements they can study and try to understand it. Because of same manner application is working or not, we need to check it or not. So first we need to understand all the requirements. After understanding all the requirements, now we can go for the here. Any doubts is raising, that all the doubts they can mention into this documentation. Now some senior people will be clarify these all the doubts to the test engineer. Once again test engineer go for the FRS document, understanding very clear manner. After understanding, they can start the finding the scenarios. What is mean by scenario? I'll tell you later with examples, with practically we'll go for that. Just the process you need to understand here. Okay, writing the scenarios. Whenever they're writing the scenarios, and all the scenarios mentioned into the one documentation. Next one is we can write the test cases. This is we are calling as a test case document. We can go for the test case document. So if you coming to the test case document here, all the test case mentioned into the one document. Whatever the scenarios they are written, each and every scenario purpose they are writing the test cases. Okay. So I'll tell you later what is the test case, what is the scenario, how to write, everything I'll tell you with one project example. We need to take it and we can go for that. Okay, test cases are clear. Test cases are written. Now they are conducting the peer reviews. What is a peer review? Same designation people will be reviewing the document and finalizing the document, test case document. That's what we are calling as a baseline. So whenever test cases are finalized, so actually these all will be happening to the server. This is we are calling as a one server. Okay, this is the server. And this server, we can go for here. This is we are calling as a development base. This is, and this is we are calling as a software base. And this is we are calling as a test engineer base, testing base. Okay, here what happened means, this is a developer, the server they are accessing is one developer developing the application, is one developer developing the application. Like that, so many developers developing the application in their client systems. Here also same manner, test engineers accessing the developer application, they can start the testing here. Okay, fine. So this is a setup. So these server, what developer 1, developer 2, developer 3, whatever they are developing, that all the developed application, okay, so they can develop and uploading to the software base. This we are calling as uploading. Whatever developer developing, that will be uploading to the server. This is a software base they can upload. Whatever developer developing, that they can downloading to the test engineer. This we are calling as a downloading. Okay, downloading to the test engineer and accessing into the systems and start the testing. Whatever they written the test cases are, that all the test cases they're executing on that application, now it is working properly or not, they need to check it. If they're finding defects, all the defects mentioned into the defect profile document and sent to the development department. Again developer will be rectifying, again they can uploading the modified application. Again test engineer will be downloading and really rectified or not, they need to check. So this process will be continue whenever application is defect free. Up to this process will be continue only. So this is we are calling as a testing phase. We are calling as a testing phase. We are calling. So in this manner we need to go for the testing phase. Finally, what is the proof here means quality application, means defect free application. Quality application will be come out, means defect free application is come out. So that is how we need to go for the here. So what here is happening here means development base is there, testing base is there, software base also there in server. Developer working in the development base, whatever they are developing, the software will be uploading into the software base. That software testing will be downloading whatever they written the test cases, that all the test cases executing on that application software. If it is working as per client requirement, they can feel as a quality, otherwise defects. That all the defects they can mention into the one document, sent to the developers. Developer will be rectified, again uploading to the software base, again test engineer will be downloading, again they can start the checking here really rectified or not defects. This process will be continue whenever application is defective free, up to they can implement this process. So this is we are calling as a test engineer will be doing the process in testing phase like that. So this is a total process they can follow here. So this is a proof. Finally, what is the proof here? Quality application. What is the meaning of quality application? Defect free application we are calling. So we are calling as a defect free application we are calling. Understood?